Today we're taking a look at a planter, and Amy planted this up. So what did you plant this up for?
Well, my niece is getting married, so we wanted something. I said, do you want something for in front of the door by the reception? She said, sure. She's very simple, so she wanted just lots of different textures in the greens, and she said maybe a little bit of white. So she wanted just a very classic wedding feel to it.
Yeah.
So white container, and we kind of have the camera angled. It doesn't show quite how big it is, but it's a pretty good size.
Yeah, I'll tip it. It's a good size,
Yeah.
good size planter.
So a few things that went into this was for the tall and for that real drapey, I did the Amaranthus, and you can see how it just trails up. These are always a little bit slower to start blooming, and this is the bloom right here.
The flower. So
Yeah.
there's many different Amaranthus. This is the green. If you've seen the dark red or burgundy-ish, there's a lot of different varieties in the Amaranthus. But if you look up on Pinterest, if you search Amaranthus, you'll find a million bridal bouquets with this long flower trailing down.
Which is why I always had you
Yeah.
grow it so that
Yeah,
I could
right.
chop it off and
Yep,
put it
you
in
could
there.
use it. Yeah.
Because it just trails
Yep,
down
there's
beautifully.
definitely a
But
purpose.
for this, I'm using it for height. So it's going to grow taller, and then it's going to kind of drape down over it. Also, on a side note, Amaranthus, the birds love it.
Yeah, the little the finches love. There's a little seed in here, and it's little warning that it's very prolific. So you'll find Amaranthus popping up all over. So in this flower, there's lots of seeds. So the finches love it, but yeah, you'll see little Amaranthus popping up all over.
So that's going to continue to grow larger. And then over here, let's go to this side. Can you see this whole plant right here? This is
Plectranthus.
And what doesn't Plectranthus?
So Plectranthus is
They don't like mosquitoes. Don't
Yeah,
like
mosquitoes. It has a smell, and this one's real velvety. This one actually has a lemony smell.
Mm-hmm.
So we have different types of Plectranthus. This is the lemon, so it smells a little lemony. The leaves are really cool. They're like a dog's velvety ear.
Yeah, like
They're
really soft.
So
And this is going to also grow tall. This
They
is
get-
not
they get
one.
big.
That's not one that's going to fall down. It's going to actually get large and full. So this whole container is just going to fill out.
So a way of controlling this, though,
Mm-hmm.
is in a container like this is clipping it. If you want to keep it a little bit shorter, that's what I would do. Is just to give it that control of, because it'll get big. It'll get very big.
Which will look great.
Yeah.
So when I was putting this together, I'll go through what we all have in, then I'll put my thoughts behind it.
Okay.
In the trailing down here, and this will all fill out because this has just been planted in like maybe the last week or so. This is Goldilocks,
Yep.
Lysimachia.
Lysimachia. Mm-hmm.
And so that's going to fill all out and come trailing down. I put some sage in it and some thyme. And I
So
have
thyme.
that
Oh yeah, thyme
here
is
and
over.
here
A couple different
on the
spots.
back,
Yeah.
on the back spot here. And then of course a nice large full white sun impatient.
Yeah.
And that's all I have in here. But it's going to get
It's super elegant. I mean, it's
very simple.
It's clean. It's very clean. Like you did great with picking out the pot is white, but it has this little bit of like gray striping. But she's gonna love these.
She will. She'd
Yeah,
love anything.
Yeah, right.
She's very easy bride.
But it came together as an elegant. I mean, it'll look great. Yeah, at a wedding, but also just on your front porch if you like that simple, elegant look. Also, I love that it's practical with the thyme, the sage, the Plectranthus acting as a natural mosquito repellent. That just really helps. So when in your living areas outside, I would have this up on our deck. That it
Right.
looks great, but it's also functional.
Well, it's functional in different parts because you have not only the insect-repelling portion of it, but when she takes it home after the
Yeah.
wedding, she
can do some cooking.
She had recipe cards
Yeah.
for like at her bridal shower, and so she'll have sage and she'll have thyme, and so it'll be functional like in many different levels,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
right up her alley. So I think that's going to be a really pretty. This will grow out. We will have to maybe with the sage.
Control it a little bit,
We'll have
yeah.
to control a little bit for the look that we want, for the time frame that we want.
It looks good now. It's going to look fantastic. And
yeah, it's not until August.
Early August, so it's going to look great.
This, it'll just be like massive. But I didn't want to go too big on the container, simply because we have to transport it. So if I went with a great big huge one, which I really wanted to do, my thought was, I'm going to be in heels and in dress clothes, and we need to transport it.
Yeah,
so
somebody's got to carry it. It's just going to be me.
Yeah. So I thought, well, we'll go a little bit more manageable size, but we'll get the width and the height going. But really pretty. You don't need to go over. You love a lot of color.
Yeah.
And for this occasion, she wanted very.
This isn't
simple.
something I would have done. So I mean, it's a great alternative that I normally would not have picked this out, but you did a great job putting it together with that purpose in mind of clean, elegant wedding, and she wanted very, very simple.
Yeah, and just think, when it's sitting at the door of the church or at the reception, and it's repelling mosquitoes,
Yeah.
that is a plus.
Everybody would be happy
Everybody
about that.
will be touching.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is just a really simple way to make something very useful and still have your pretty flowers in the yard.
So great job.
Thanks.
So if you're liking our videos, be sure to give us a thumbs up, follow us on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. So our Sharkey's Greenhouses YouTube channel, we have hundreds of how-to videos there showing you watering, soil, fertilizing. We have so many different topics that we cover, and that's all at our Sharkey's Greenhouses channel. And you can head on over to our beatyourneighbor.com website. We have our tips and tricks and blog articles and our Beat Your Neighbor fertilizer, but there's also about 100 other gardening products that you can check out there, and that's at beatyourneighbor.com. Thank you. Bye-bye.